Alrighty.
Alrighty. Welcome to the PSBS, as the PlayStation Bull Session Podcast. I'm your host, Co TPS and Bayou Boys. My co-host here is...
Andrew Arenas, double is.
And we're continuing with our E3 coverage for this week, because we posted earlier in the day our Bethesda reactions, kind of reacting to that press conference or whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
And so now we're doing one for the EA and Ubisoft one. We're just going to go over those two together in a longer kind of episode. We'll try to keep it around an hour, because I know the Bethesda one was around 30, 40 minutes. But we'll try to talk about both.
Mm-hmm. And get down to what really happened.
Yeah.
So, what was first? EA?
EA was first. Yeah, with EA, there's not as much to talk about with the EA one.
Not really.
Not really, but... Because, I mean, here's the thing about the EA conference. They started off so strong. I mean, you open with Mass Effect 4.
Really, just that announcement of Mass Effect 4. I mean, there's no gameplay, but it was...
It's still pretty big, you know.
Yeah, and then we got the name, which is...
Mass Effect Andromeda.
Which
Andromeda, yeah.
I kind of wish it went Mass Effect 4, but that's okay.
Yeah,
but
I mean,
they knew the trilogy was over, and they didn't want to maybe get confusion with the story, and it's like, what? I thought the third one was the ending.
Yeah.
But...
yeah, it differentiates itself to be like the next chapter, kind of like as a new story.
Yeah.
You know, and it's a new galaxy, and, you know, they're stressing this is more like exploratory. You know, it's a new galaxy, a new frontier for them.
You saw like the new vehicle that was going around in the end
yes,
of the trailer?
the Marco 2.0 or whatever they're calling it.
Yeah, it looked awesome, and it looks really pretty from that CG trailer, but
yeah. But
I'm interested to see more. Mass Effect, we love Mass Effect a lot. I'm sure a lot of other people do, so we'll probably maybe expect a full-on gameplay demo, maybe later this year, or maybe into next year at next E3,
yeah.
so...
Because the game's not set till holiday 2016, so that means
possibly, in other words, 2017.
Yeah.
Oh, son!
Holiday 2016 is now early 2017.
Yeah, because it's probably going to get delayed.
Yeah.
But wait a minute, BioWare doesn't hard delay their games. They soft delay it.
Yeah, like with Dragon Age, it was only like a month.
Which is something that I think that, even though it's not related, that Rise of the Tomb Raider unfortunately has the bad release date of Fallout 4.
Yeah.
Which I don't know how that even happened, because did Microsoft not have inside information about when Fallout 4 was going to be released?
Yeah, I mean, you know, they're working so closely with, you know, Fallout and Microsoft, but you didn't know the release date?
Was that, like, pulled off, like, last minute from Bethesda? It's like, hey, it's coming November 10th. No.
Microsoft must feel bad that they've spent a lot of money trying to get that exclusive thing for Tomb Raider this year, and now it's coming out the same day of Fallout 4.
And if anything, they should delay Tomb Raider to the end of November, or, like, just release it in December.
Yeah.
December is fine. Like, it's not that bad. As long as you get it before Christmas, an Xbox exclusive Rise of the Tomb Raider is going to be fine in December. I think it'll be just okay. And besides, it takes place in the snow, and it's in the winter.
Christmas time.
Yeah, get your Christmas cheer on with Laura and about to just die all the time.
Freezing to death, yeah.
Yeah, freezing to death and possibly falling off a cliff.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, Rise of the Tomb Raider is going to get delayed. Fallout 4 will not get delayed.
Yeah.
Rise of the Tomb Raider will.
Yeah, I'll probably get, like you said, get delayed till December, pull like a Far Cry 3.
December's like fine. Like, yeah, it'll probably do fine in December, but like the same day as Fallout 4, you're basically asking to get murdered.
Yeah. But anyway, back around to the actual EA conference.
I tried to dodge that one. So, of course, they started strong with Mass Effect, and then they had...
It started off strong with Mass Effect.
Need for
Speed.
Speed.
They went into Need for Speed, which looks cool.
Yeah.
But
the live-action cutscenes.
Yeah, live-action cutscenes is kind of weird. You know, it just seems like an old thing to do, especially in a racing game.
Mm-hmm.
Have the live-action cutscenes, but whatever. So you got Need for Speed, that was cool. And then after that, they're showing off Garden Warfare 2, which looks really cool because I really like the first one. I
never really played it, but it looked interesting.
I played it a lot. I played a good bit, and I really liked it. My one problem with what we're seeing with Garden Warfare 2 is that it seems kind of more like a big expansion pack than like a sequel, because it's all the same. Like the HUD's exactly the same, and the core gameplay's the same. You know, but it's more like...
It doesn't earn its 2?
I mean, the first game wasn't even a full price game anyway. It was still $40. So this game's probably going to launch the same thing, $40 price tag. You know, so if you bought both games, that's only $80 total. So you're paying a little more than You basically bought a game and a season pass. So that's what this is. That's your season pass.
That isn't too bad.
So that isn't too bad. But I'm liking what I see of Garden Warfare 2. Like I said, they're adding a bunch of new character classes, which look really neat. I do love the Titanfall kind of reference they do when you play as the imp. You can like summon the robot that comes from the sky.
Mm-hmm.
That looks great. And they did add in one of the big problems with the first game. Like one of the thing about the first game was there was a split screen and online co-op mode called Garden Ops or something like that. And it was fun because it was like, you know, fighting off waves of enemies. But the only problem was you could only play as the plants in that mode.
Like play as the zombies.
Yeah, now you can play as the zombies in this mode, in the co-op mode, and fight off waves of enemies. So I'm like, yes, that was one of the big problems, and they fixed that. And again, they promised, you know, free DLC going forward, like updates and stuff for the game.
How nice of EA.
Yeah. Another cool thing, too, they said, like, all your characters from the first game and your progress will carry over to this game. So, like, all, like, the little parts and accessories and your loadouts and all that can carry over right away. And again, that kind of makes it seem more like an expansion pack, but whatever, you know.
Might as well have the maps for the first game carry over, too.
Yeah. You know, but whatever. Like I said, neither one's going to be a full-price game, so, like, it's not really that big a deal if we're calling it out as an expansion pack rather than a sequel.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought that was really cool. But then you got to the middle part of the EA conference.
Which was probably one of the worst I've seen in quite a while.
I mean, it was just bad because you had that momentum coming off of those games. Those look good. But then you get to the middle and they're like, let's talk about mobile gaming. And it's like, no one wants to hear about mobile gaming at E3.
Granted, we can't be hypocrites of that, even though we did hear about mobile games at Bethesda, but at least it was a more compelling reason to listen to that. And who knows?
Yeah,
maybe if Todd Howard was talking about the Minions mobile game, maybe I'd be more interested. But just that stuff really left me uninterested.
Yeah. But the difference with that was, like, with the Bethesda one, at least one, it was Fallout. It was like, he's like, wait, I'm going to talk about Fallout 4. Let me talk about my app first. And then
it was actually Bethesda's entry into
it was their first iOS game. Mm-hmm. And then, it's Fallout, so at least it is related to the main games we're showing on stage. Same thing when they did the Elder Scrolls card game. It's Elder Scrolls related. But when you actually devote time at your E3 conference to talk about Minions Paradise, a game that has nothing to do with, like, the big ones, like if it was a Battlefront app or a Mirror's Edge app or something like that, I'd be okay. But it's Minions, it's not tied to any of these big things you got.
Yeah, there's no Minions regular game coming to PS4. There's no Minions console game because nobody makes full-on console movie games anymore, really. Yeah. So...
Unless you sort of count the Lego games, but those are...
Yeah, I mean, you had Lego Jurassic World this week, but that's just really just them at this point, It's just nobody else that really even makes them. Ubisoft don't bother. EA doesn't really bother making them, so those licensed games have kind of died. So then when you devote... And then here's another thing that we have to consider with E3 conferences is that they're also not just for the gamer, they're for, investors too. And if they look at that like, oh, the mobile space market is really growing. And
I totally want to put ads on that.
Yeah, I totally want to put ads on it. So, that's also maybe for them. But for us, it was not very good. And it just made you wonder, just what were they thinking?
What were they doing? So that was really weird. And then... But then they showed, the nice old Republic expansion. I know that's a PC thing, but it's always awesome to watch those cinematic trailers. Those cinematic trailers are so good.
I know. Like, good job producing the movie. Good for producing a short film.
Why can't BioWare just make animated Star Wars movies?
I know.
Or hell, at least write the spin-offs. Get BioWare to write the spin-offs. Those ones Disney are planning.
They're too busy writing the game.
I guess so.
The game.
God. But it'll still neat to see. And then then they have to talk about their sports games, and those always are really awkward and hard
and
drawn out and hard. Yeah, they're drawn out and awkward, and they're just hard to like stage demo. Because I mean, it's just what more can you really say? On stage.
It exists.
It exists. It's Madden. It's NBA. Because I mean, it's annualized, but I mean, yes, each one is a little bit different, but it's more one of those things where you have to really play them to kind of know the difference. Mm-hmm. So it is really weird when they're trying to put it on stage and say, look, here's all the differences in the dribbling and the passing and this and that. And I'm like, it's hard to show and say. You got to really just play the game, to get that. You know, so it does feel drawn out and awkward when they're on stage showing all these sports games. And it's like,
In
yeah,
NBA Live, you know, it doesn't really even have that great of a reputation.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Oh, I'm totally gonna play around with that app though.
To like put your face in the game,
yeah,
or like put other people's face somehow.
Oh yeah, like I won't even have the game, but I'll still download the app and just play with it, just see how good my face like pops up on it. You know, be like, oh look, if I was playing the game, this would be in there.
I guess that's cool. I hope it works well because you know we had NBA 2K15 trying to do that and it didn't work to a great success. So maybe it might work better there. Maybe they have the technology that works better. They have the technology.
They have the technology
to build the first biotic basketball player.
Bionic basketball player. Yep. Oh.
And then
you know they show this.
Yeah, FIFA and NHL.
The FIFA thing was. Oh god, the FIFA thing was so weird. I'm like, I guess because we just don't care about soccer, so like seeing Pele walk on stage and talk for 5 minutes straight is not very.
I mean, it's great that he's there, but it's not. Yeah, it's not conference friendly. Like it needs to be somewhere else, like on a post Twitch live stream.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, I guess because we're just not big soccer fans, so we don't get that impact of like, oh, it's Pele, you know, and he's talking stories for 5 minutes, you know. I mean, I guess it's kind of like a few years ago when James Cameron just came on stage and just gave the entire plot to Avatar on stage, you know.
When he was just playing the game.
Yeah, he was playing the game, and he just went over the whole plot of the movie. Like, he just went, like, step by step, like, exactly what happens in the movie. And I'm like, okay.
Well, that didn't stop anyone from seeing it.
Well, no, apparently not. But I'm just saying, like, when that happened, when I saw it, I'm like, oh, that's cool, James Cameron, because, you know, I'm a movie guy, so I'm okay with that. So I guess if I like soccer, I'd be okay with Pele talking for however long.
Yeah, but even if, because due to the fact, you know, they sat him down and, like, basically interviewed him for, like, a short period of time, I just don't think, like, interviews within each their conferences are very good. They just kind of ruin momentum. And, you know, after you saw the momentum that Microsoft had, it was both of them, both EA and Ubisoft. We'll get to Ubisoft, but just kind of fell flat in that regard, in kind of a big way. And you know they've been around for a long time, and they've done this for a while, and it's just kind of it's basically losing my interest in a little bit in those two companies. And I didn't really expect much, especially from EA today. Even though I was impressed with a couple of the things that they showed, you know, and we'll talk about Battlefront as well later. But I don't know, it was just a testament to just my level of even concern about these two companies. Like,
yeah.
And suffice it to say, we play a lot of their games on PlayStation. And they're also on PC. They sometimes make some of the best games, and also downloadable ones too. But it's just, I don't know. And especially, we saw them give screen time to mobile games, and that's really just their prerogative, business prerogative. And it's just, I don't know. It was just kind of a telling sign of why I don't really like their business practice, and I'm sure not a lot of people like them too, and why they keep getting voted worst company. So,
yeah, it's just kind of weird.
But what else?
Kind of switching. We'll switch to a lighter note. Unraveled was shown. At least that's an original.
Yes,
IP.
That looked interesting. Neat. I mean, so basically, screw you to Yoshi Yarn. It looked interesting.
And Kirby Yarn.
Yeah, Kirby's Epic Yarn. That was a good game. But especially the Yoshis, because that one's the one that's coming up with the amiibo. So I can already see the amiibo of that little guy pop up.
If this were to come to a Nintendo console.
Yeah. Which, is it?
I have no idea. They didn't announce any platforms.
I would presume PS4, Xbox One, and PC.
Yeah.
It looked interesting. I like the design. It's very imaginative. And I'm excited to see more of it soon.
Yes.
Looked interesting.
But it was kind of funny as I was watching it, and then he's like, you can use the yarn to traverse the land, and I'm like, oh my god, Activision or whoever needs to steal this and make a 2D Spider-Man with this. The way you use the webbing and stuff.
I don't know if I want to Arkham Blackgate version of Spider-Man where I'm in 2D. I don't want my Game Boy Spider-Man 2 game.
But I'm like, yeah, or whoever Disney gives the Marvel license to eventually, steal that and just make a 2D Spider-Man game with that.
I don't know. Not even the iOS Spider-Man games are even 2D. So
yeah.
Keep wishing.
But yeah. But like I said, that was still in the beginning when they showed Unravel, and that looked neat and whatever.
Yeah, it looked neat.
And you can tell there's a lot of passion behind it. The guy was really enthusiastic and nervous to kind of show this off and explain the story behind his game.
Yeah, I think it's something new. Well, not new, entirely new, but it's something different. It looks
Yeah,
interesting.
it's interesting. Now still kind of more in the beginning when they had their momentum. They hit the middle with the mobile games and the sports games. But then
Ugh.
they were like, but then they're trying to like pick up steam and go, oh, here's Mirror's Edge Catalyst, and
Yeah,
they
Mirror's Edge
showed.
look real sweet.
They showed the trailer and they're like, yeah, confirming that this is like a prequel because you kind of get her origin,
Hmm.
showing a little bit of gameplay, and they said how like it's different. It's like an open world game now, where the first one was more kind of level based. This one's like open world.
Yeah, and it
First,
seems
this
like
whole
probably
city.
maybe the cutscenes will also be different too. It's not going to be the animated cutscenes probably.
Yeah. So a lot of neat stuff. And the cool thing too with Mirror's Edge, though, they even gave a release date. They didn't do like everyone else was doing and just saying early 2016. They gave a straight release date. They said February 23rd, 2016.
Good, they put a hard date on it.
Yeah.
Since it's a long time coming, I kind of doubt that one would get delayed. So
Yeah, I
it's
think they
looking
got
like
this one kind of
locked
set.
in.
Yeah.
It's good.
So we'll see.
So then again,
But
another game to add to the list though. 2016 for the first 3 months,
yeah.
looking pretty sweet
Yeah.
right now.
But that was the thing too. Like I said, they were trying to pick up their momentum and like here's Mirror's Edge, and they knew they got the crowd excited. But then right after Mirror's Edge, they went to Madden. I'm like, what? Like, you just had your sports section. Why do a sports section? Do Mirror's Edge and then go back to Madden and be like, yeah, you can do drafting in Madden. I'm like, I don't care.
I know,
Like,
and the games already sell well enough anyway. So I just don't understand why you had to devote so much time to them.
yeah.
Imagine all that time combined of all the sports and even in the mobile games I could have been used to. I don't know, announce new IPs. But
Yeah.
I kind of maybe that would be contradictory to myself due to the fact that I don't really like having new IPs announced so far in advance. So
Yeah.
maybe none of those were ready, unfortunately. So
Yeah, probably not.
that's what they had to fill it with.
Yeah, because I mean, they didn't want to do like last year where it was all about stuff that's not ready. You know,
The concepts.
the concept stuff where like everything they showed today, other than Mass Effect, had gameplay. You know, because right after Madden, they got to the big thing. They were hyping up the whole show. Battlefront, Star Wars Battlefront, gameplay. Here
And
you
then
go.
you had the lady just give her long ass monologue about
Yeah.
Star Wars. God, that was like a long monologue. I was like, what, 5 minutes?
Like, I love Star Wars. We all love Star Wars.
Yeah, we know that. We know people love Star Wars. Who doesn't love Star Wars? So we get it, okay? Look, I wasn't born in 1977, but I know that Star Wars was really good even for my childhood too. We get it. Everybody has the same freaking story. Just show the gameplay.
And then they showed the gameplay.
And then they showed the gameplay, which, mind you, it was pre-alpha. So even for pre-alpha gameplay, it looked quite good.
Yes.
I mean, it definitely captured the essence of Battlefront, which I was definitely looking for. Which I was,
Yeah,
I'm very, I'll admit, I was a little surprised that it did.
Yeah.
And I'm very happy that it does. And they're going on the right track in terms of how it looks and feels so far. It's a little more than Battlefield Star Wars.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I loved it. I just like I said, the game looks so good, and it's in first person, but then they switch to third person. You kind of got the old Battlefront feel when they switch to third person, shooting at things, and then I love the kind of like I said, the detail of everything. You got the Hoth, you got the the sound effects and the explosions and. The vehicles make the right sounds, and when you see the AT-AT coming over, like you feel that presence of that thing over you, in the gameplay.
Yeah, it's the thing about Star Wars, and at least Lucasfilm was able to provide for DICE, and DICE has always done a really good job with their sound design, so that's intact, which is a very key essence. If sound was not really that good in Battlefront, then you're done.
Yeah.
And it seemed the battles just look really grand and epic, and so yeah, it's Battlefront.
It's Battlefront.
Yeah, that we've all remembered. It just looks a whole lot better than it did back in the day.
So yeah, so people's faith is coming back in this game.
It is.
Like, oh.
Just hope none of the behind the scenes stuff doesn't kind of ruin it. We'll probably maybe see more at Sony's.
Yeah, we probably will. That's tonight. So yeah, because they were playing that. They stressed that too. Like, this is playing on a PS4.
Unlike so many other game demos that were earlier today, where they were played on the Xbox One. It's nice to see one on PlayStation, which was rightfully so Battlefront.
Mm-hmm.
So
But that was really cool. Like I said, the Battlefront demo really impressed me.
Mm-hmm.
I like what I'm seeing, and obviously, we want to see more. We'll maybe see more tonight, or
Maybe.
obviously, I'm to release. So really excited for Battlefront. So
now, did they say Battlefront was playable?
Yes, Battlefront was actually playable at E3.
Good, it would have to because it's coming out this year.
Yeah. So you'll see people giving impressions and stuff of that.
Now, when's it coming out? Is it October?
It's coming out November.
Better not be November 10th.
No, November 17th.
So near 7 days after Fallout 4.
7 days after Fallout 4, yeah.
Ooh, that's even that's tough. But
well, I mean, when you want to get your multiplayer fix, you play some Battlefront, and when you want your single player, like I want my space, I'll play some Fallout 4.
Yeah. It's like it's like what Microsoft's approach is to Rise of the Tomb Raider. Do you think Rise of the Tomb Raider? Do you think they'll have multiplayer if they didn't announce it at this point?
Yeah, if they didn't announce at this point, they might have just dropped it, I think.
Oh, that's good.
Unless they want to pull a freaking Last of Us, announce it 2 weeks before the game comes out.
I just hate the way that Microsoft is really delivering the message with Rise of the Tomb Raider, dude. Like, they're not being straight with that game. Like, the way they're talking about it.
Well, no, when they showed it at the thing, it said exclusive holiday 2015.
Yeah, I know, but even still, just the way they're talking about it. I hate that it's shown with among the likes of Master Chief and Marcus Phoenix because Lara Croft is not Xbox mascot. I hated that so much when it was in the video. I was like, why is Lara Croft with them? She's not a Microsoft figure. She only is because you funded the game.
Yeah, it's like if Microsoft decided to do an Xbox Heroes game, and she's in it, it's like that doesn't make any sense.
It's just stupid. I hated that. If anything in that conference, even though that conference was very well done, I hated that the most. I hated just the way delivery of how they were talking about Rise of the Tomb Raider, and then of course a November 10th release date, which is stupid.
Yeah. But
then again, there's some stuff at E3 that you can't really change last minute like that, and you can't really put a false release date. So probably when they saw November 10th, along with Fallout 4 also, they were like, shoot, we just got to say it, and then maybe we'll change it later. Because you can't really change stuff like that on the fly.
Yeah, don't delay it right away. Just wait a few weeks or a couple months, and then just be like, we need
you could already pre-order. You could already probably pre-order Rise of the Tomb Raider anyway. It's like it would be weird if next day, Rise of the Tomb Raider, or I don't know, you could be like Rocksteady and delay it like fucking Arkham Knight after you announce it, but
I think they'll wait a few months or something and then announce a slight delay to December or something.
But yeah, so that's that, and then that's how EA wrapped up with the press conference. Not with Rise of the Tomb Raider, but with Battlefront.
No, but with Battlefront, which was great. But, so overall, EA had an okay one. It started off strong, dragged like hell in the middle, but then it finished strong with Battle.
Yeah. So with the software that they have, it's fine. It's not fine. It's not anything bad.
Yep, not bad. But then the Ubisoft one was after it, and I felt Ubisoft had a really strong show. I feel.
Yes, but there were some things that left me uninterested.
There was only one bad moment for me in the whole thing.
A bad moment.
Yeah, the only screw up they had was the Just Dance presentation.
Yeah,
that was out of nowhere and unnecessary.
Well, I don't know. It's not really out of nowhere, since you gotta get that daily reminder that the game exists.
Yeah, but I mean, other than that, I think everything else was just right. Like they present a game, it was on stage for the right amount of time. Move on to the next game. Show a little bit of it. Move on to the next game. Like I think they had a good flow going. Other than when Just Dance came on, and it was just on stage for too long and. It was just not. It broke the flow a bit, but everything else was great. Because I mean, right when the show opened, brand new game, sort of. I mean, we didn't know this was coming, and here it was. South Park's getting a sequel. Mm-hmm. The South Park. What was it called? The God, I forget what it's called. The something, but together.
The superheroes.
Yeah, they're switching the format. It's not just the Stick of Truth 2, even though it does pick up right where the last one ended. Mm-hmm. But it is a sequel, and now it's more superhero based. Where instead of the first game focused on the, the kind of fantasy role playing thing, where this one's more it's superhero stuff.
Superhero stuff.
Superhero stuff. So I'm really excited for this game. It's probably a ways off. They didn't give a release date or anything like that.
Probably 2016.
That'd probably be sometime in 2016. Because like they even said that when the creators came on stage, they're like, we have a foundation now to make an even better game. So it's not like they're starting over from scratch. So they could probably make this game kind of quickly.
Oh, kind of quickly.
Kind of quickly.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to say rush it, but you know they have the foundation down, so it doesn't take as long to develop.
All right.
You know. But yeah, super excited. I love Stick of Truth, so I'm really excited to for the sequel.
Yeah, me too. I mean, I would have liked to also see maybe a new version of Stick of Truth, maybe on PS4, but that's probably not going to happen.
Well, maybe that could be like their thing.
The
when they
holdover.
get closer. They'll announce they'll either announce a definitive edition to hold you over to that, or maybe it'll be like a super pack where it'll come with Stick of Truth in it. You know.
Oh dang! That means I have to play Stick of Truth first.
Yeah. We got to get caught up in the story anyway.
Hmm.
I mean, that's like, again, going back to the Microsoft one, but that was like when Microsoft, when they announced, oh, Fallout 4 comes with Fallout 3. And I'm like, what?
I know.
Like, really?
When you can purchase Fallout 3 for like $5.
Yeah, and besides, if you just got Fallout 4, you don't want to play Fallout 3. You want to play Fallout 4.
Then again, you know, it's the same deal. How, like, you know, when Bioshock Infinite came to PS3, it came with the first Bioshock. But even though Bioshock was, I mean, it's still like a masterpiece, but like, and so is Fallout 3. But like, you know, Fallout 3 is kind of like a bigger investment than Bioshock 1. So it's like,
exactly. Like, Bioshock Infinite's like, you play Bioshock Infinite, you're like, oh, I really like this. You know what? Yeah, I want to go play the first one again. And it's right here on the disc, you know? But like, Fallout's not like, no, like Fallout, each one of those are like over 100-hour games. You're not going to just sit there, play Fallout 4, and
maybe?
Like, you know what? I want to play Fallout 3. And you switch to Fallout 3, and you're like, no.
Or maybe if you're that person that maybe traded in Fallout 3 way back in the day, and now that Xbox One has backwards compatible now, maybe you can play Fallout 3 if you want to. Go back to it.
Yeah.
But
oh no, I pulled up that South Park. It's South Park: The Fractured But Whole. That's what it's called. And it is coming to PS4 and Xbox One.
did they say Obsidian's making it?
No, it's from Ubisoft San Francisco.
What has there been their track record?
I have no idea.
Oh Lord. Okay, we'll have to see about that.
I mean, they're just building on the foundation. I mean, the creators are still involved, so they're still developing, writing it and all that.
I don't know, just making sure. I mean, Obsidian just did a good job making that game. It's just maybe they're working on their Elder Scrolls game. I don't know. Making it on that from that Fallout 4 engine, maybe. Mm-hmm. I don't know. That'll be awesome.
Yeah.
All right. What else was from Ubisoft? You got the Just Dance and the.
Okay. Well, yeah. So
Division. The Division.
Yeah. I was just kind of going through. Like I said, they opened with South Park, and I was really excited for that. And then they moved on, and they showed the Division again.
And you had a scripted multiplayer, which I don't know if you like. What did you think of the Division?
I mean, yeah, it was scripted multiplayer, but they were trying to really emphasize kind of the dynamic you can do.
What do you? Here's the thing about dynamic. Do you like that dynamic of where you're basically being a dick to your friends and just killing them after, which is something I would totally do to you. But like, like you're on your knees or whatever, and you're like, please don't kill me.
I don't want to lose my loot.
Well, I take it.
You're gonna take my loot.
But the Division seemed to look. I'm always interested in the Division. It seems like a really interesting game. It's been a long time coming because like we see the Division how many E3s. So it looks good and
Division looks great.
I'll probably get it.
Yeah, because I do love kind of the freedom they're giving you. Like, you could be in a squad but still kill your friends and steal their loot, or other people can come in. It kind of gives you that dynamic of just, you're in a world where it's like, everybody's really kind of looking out for themselves. That's more that, that apocalyptic feeling, That
makes me wonder if, like, Last of Us 2 multiplayer would make you do that. Like, if there's friendly fire. Well, not really friendly fire. Like, oh, there's a rogue person in your group.
Mm-hmm. But, it's looking really great, and they said betas would be starting. Well, they already said the first beta is going to be December on Xbox One, but then a public beta for PS4 would be in, like, I guess January or something like that.
Yeah.
So we'll have a chance to play it before it comes out, which they did give a release date for. I was surprised. They gave a release date. They said March 6, 2016. So we got a release date for The Division, finally.
Hope it doesn't get delayed. Better not.
Yeah.
No, please.
We'll see. I mean, we'll see. Because that's the thing about the Ubisoft conference. They were very open in the beginning. Like, we know we kind of screwed up this past year.
They did.
So they know they're trying to keep everything on track. Trying to make The Division work and do all that. And then, like, so they show South Park, which is great. But then they're talking about like expanding some of the other games, like The Crew. They announced they're going to be doing a big expansion pack for The Crew. The Wastelands or something like that.
The Crew exists.
The Crew exists, but no, I mean they're doing a big expansion pack where they're adding all new cars. Like they're adding dirt bikes, they're adding monster trucks, a lot of more off-road areas. So it looks really cool.
And it seems they get a graphical overhaul in a way.
Yeah, that's what they like. It even stressed that in the thing, like in the notes at the end, it said graphical overhaul. It said like graphic improvements.
Why didn't they just make a sequel?
But that's the thing. Well, I mean, they're calling it an expansion pack, but that's what I mean. Like, is it an expansion? Like, what do you download it or do you go buy it as a separate disc? Like, I don't know. We have to read more into this.
There's a lot that we're gonna read into,
because it doesn't come out to November, also, so that kind of makes you think it might be a bit more like maybe it is The Crew like 1.5 rather than just not a full sequel, but kind of the expansion or whatever.
I don't know.
So we'll see. We'll see. But it's cool. I mean, they're supporting the game and kind of, making it better.
Yeah, not giving up, but they should have just made a sequel.
Well, this is kind of a sequel.
Yeah, basically. Your 1.5 expansion pack. Give life to the game. It's like when you're rubbing two things together and you get them clear. Make you start side dead.
Yeah. But, I mean, like I said, I'm glad they're supporting it and giving extra content to make it work.
Right.
Because everybody say it was technically sound, and my brother plays it a lot, and he likes it. It's just one of those things where like the game itself is just okay. Like technically sound, it works. The game works. It's doing what they said, but the game itself, like just the structure of it is just okay. Yeah. Way about missions and all that. But but like I said, I'm glad they're supporting it.
And people did complain about the graphics, so
yeah,
at least it looks better.
Mm-hmm. And then after that, they were showing doing some more expansions to Trial Fusions. It's like more crazy expansions to that.
That little car game looked like a Trials Fusion kind of game.
Yeah, that car game at the end. I forget what it was called, Trackmaster or something like that.
Yeah, it looked kind of cool. It looked like fun.
Yeah, it looked neat, and it has VR support because they said that you can play that at E3 with VR. So there you go. That's a Morpheus game right there.
I was gonna think like that game when you make your tracks, like if you can use the Microsoft HoloLens to like
the HoloLens
to like move around the track and like use your hand to like put stuff in it.
Maybe
that would be kind of cool.
Maybe we'll see.
Because the HoloLens is pretty neat. Granted, like when they showed the HoloLens, it was for like a blocky ass game like Minecraft. So like I can't imagine like a fully rendered game. You know what I mean? Like that was an appropriate first game to show for that thing because it's not very technically advanced at all. So like it's really simple, so it can run really well on it.
Yeah, process
it quite easily. Like if it can run in a freaking like old iPhone, it can run like on an Xbox One. Mm-hmm. So that was so cool. That definitely wowed people when that came on. It was like really neat.
Oh yeah,
I know. Beat that! Take that, Morpheus, son. Yeah. We'll have to see.
But But anyway, what else was at the Ubisoft one? They showed some more Rainbow Six Siege,
which looks awesome.
Which yes, the game does look awesome.
And they showed off the campaign.
Yeah, of sorts. I don't know if it's gonna have a full. I don't know. They're still really vague on whether it has a full campaign or not.
These games that are centric focus on single player, they need campaigns. Like Evolve 2 is gonna have a campaign. I bet you Titanfall 2 is gonna have a campaign. You can't longer.
They already stressed like, we got a serious actor playing a character. So I'm like, well, okay, so there must be a campaign to support that, right? I mean, it's not like you got her like doing the opening cutscene and then just
that's it. Go home?
Yeah, after that, just her doing voiceover for multiplayer?
Or just like little voice recordings in your head.
Yeah. Go to objective B, disarm bomb A, disarm bomb B.
Well, it was saying that you can play it by yourself or in co-op.
Yeah.
Which I'm probably not going to do. I mean, freaking, it looked hard.
Yeah, it looks hard, but it looks so awesome. Like I just love it's it's strategic. You die once you're down for the whole match or round or whatever.
I
You
hope
just
it's
you don't
good. I
respawn.
just.
Um,
I hope it's good.
I hope it's good too. But it's one of those things where like I just don't know if I'll get it at launch because that's the thing about Ubisoft games. They drop in price really fast.
Yes. Yeah, here's the
know?
thing about this fall. We don't know what. I mean, Assassin's Creed Syndicate, I won't get on launch because that game's gonna drop down like $20.
Yeah, Ubisoft games drop in price. They either drop in price really fast, or they always throw some kind of deal where it's like, oh, buy one Ubisoft game, get one free, or buy two, get one free. On just
If
Ubisoft
one of their
games
doesn't work.
Yeah, so I mean, we'll see. Like I said, there's probably gonna be some. Like I said, like that was the thing last year. All those Ubisoft games came out last fall, and then like Target or whatever did a thing where it was like just on Ubisoft games, like buy one get one free on all Ubisoft games or something like that.
Or if one of their games doesn't work this year, maybe they'll have like an apology pack where like, Assassin's Creed Syndicate didn't work somehow, so we'll give you another game for free.
Yeah. So, I mean, as good as Siege looks, like I said, I don't know if I'm going to get it at launch because I'll wait for, like I said, the Ubisoft price drop or some Ubisoft deal to buy one, get one free or something.
Right.
But it still looks really good, though, from what I'm saying. Like I said, I just love what it is, what it's going for. So hopefully we'll see more of that. And they are doing a beta for that in September. The end of September, they're doing a open beta for that.
I'm so excited for that.
So you get a chance to play it beforehand. Looks good. It comes out. The game itself comes out October 13th. That's my birthday. But
that means you will get it at launch.
No, I'm going to be using all my money to get Rock Band 4 the week before.
Well, you can now since you can pre-order Rock Band 4 right now.
Yes, I can pre-order Rock Band 4 now.
Can I pre-order it on the store tomorrow on the PlayStation Store?
Yeah. Well, that's the weird thing. Like, Rock Band 4 has a release date for October 6th, and the pre-orders are up now. But right now, you can only pre-order the full band pack or the guitar pack. You can't just pre-order the game.
That's very weird.
Yeah, that is weird, considering they kind of said, hey, you can use your old instruments.
Yeah.
So it's like, I have old instruments, so I just want to buy the game. But they're like, no, you got to buy at least with a guitar.
Maybe they want you to buy the game on the PSN store when it's on the store tomorrow for pre-order.
Maybe so. Maybe that's it. Maybe the only way you can buy just the game is digitally.
I won't mind. I love it.
I mean, I know you don't care. You're going to buy it digitally anyway.
Because basically Rock Band's an app. You just play it right from your PlayStation.
Yeah. I mean, for me, it doesn't matter anyway, because I'm buying the band pack anyway, because I need new instruments.
And that Rock Band 4, you'll get DLC songs for free.
Yep.
So, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, if you pre-order, you get like a 30-song pack.
Awesome, dude.
But I looked up the songs. Half of them are already available.
Well, so yeah. I mean, it's just
it's more like if you have these already, then okay. But if you don't have any of these songs, then hey, you're getting 30 songs for free.
Remember, it's got to be for those people that we talk about that are introductory, possibly to Rock Band. It's like, hey, here's your little intro
songs. Yeah.
But freaking. Okay, and then now back to whatever Ubisoft. What else they had? They had Division, and then they had the last game that they had, which was a big surprise. Ghost Recon's coming back.
Ghost Recon's coming back, and that's a funny thing too, because there is one big game we forgot to talk about, but we'll go back around to it.
You can't fight the friction.
Yeah, I can't fight the friction. Yeah, it was funny because when they showed the trailer, they're like, normally we save something new for the end, but they said no, we're going to revive old franchise. So. They played the trailer, and like as I'm watching the trailer, I'm trying to figure out what franchise this is. Like as the trailer was going, I'm like, I thought maybe Far Cry, but I thought, oh god, they're not trying Call of Juarez again, right? Like they're not doing. Are they really gonna try that again? Because it's all the skull and they're talking drugs and stuff, and I'm like, I don't think they would try that again.
The money and the mercenaries.
And the mercenary stuff, and I'm like, yeah, did they like buy the mercenary IP or something? Because like that's what it kind of looked like.
Oh yeah, with like the beards and like the.
Yeah, it looked a lot like mercenaries, and I'm like, maybe they bought that IP.
It's coming back. Another pandemic franchise coming back.
Another pandemic franchise coming back. Yeah. So as the trailer was going, I was trying to figure out what this is. And at one point, Ghost Recon did cross my mind because I'm like, oh, it's a shooter and it's third person. Maybe it's Ghost Recon, but it looks different. And then it's like at the end, it's like, yes, Ghost Recon, the Wild, what is it called? The Wildlands or something like that.
Something like that.
Something like that. Wildlands, Wastelands, all Wild Rides, all these Wild Hunt, all these people.
Wild Hunt.
Wild Hunt.
No copyright at all with CD Projekt Red on that end.
Ghost Recon, Wild Hunt. Yeah, so yeah, it's revealed to be Ghost Recon. So this
It's
is taking
open world.
Ghost Recon. Yes, open world. I'm assuming it's co-op. You know, you saw like 4 people teaming up
To fight the friction.
fight the friction. Yeah.
To fight the friction.
Yeah, so it's like taking the franchise in a really new direction, you know. 'Cause
Which is
open
good.
world.
It needed that revival.
Yeah, but now it's less military and it's more like bro shooting. It's like, oh yeah, bros, we got like our beards and we're wearing Under Armour hats and stuff. And
But it is kind of like military. I mean, you were like rolling around in the military cars. You got military grade weapons, and
it still feels more like mercenary work though, because it's like you're not really with the army. You're more like
and fighting terrorists.
yeah, fighting drug lords and stuff. And I'm like, okay,
Because terrorists, that's the end game.
yeah. I mean, it's whatever. Like, it's not like I'm a big Ghost Recon fan where I'm pissed. Like, oh no, you changed it. Like, I don't really care. I'm just kind of stating that it is a different direction for the franchise. You know. And then we'll see how long it takes for this game to come out, because you know when they show
the fact that we got like pre-alpha gameplay.
Yeah, and the fact that it's their end of show reveal, that means it's probably at least 2 years out. That's usually what happens with their end of show games.
Till 2017 for Ghost Recon. Jesus Christ, or like late 2016 maybe.
Yeah.
So
we'll see.
I guess we're gonna have to really wait to fight the friction.
Yeah, you gotta fight that friction, man. 2017. That's gotta be the tagline for this game.
Fight the friction.
Fight the friction, yeah.
I'm pretty sure it will be.
So we'll see. Fight the friction with friends.
That song, dude. It's so annoying. You can't fight the friction.
Yeah, it's like, okay. But we'll see. Looks neat. Like I said, it's gonna be fun playing with your friends and all that. It kind of look like maybe it's like a co-op Just Cause a little bit.
Yeah, cool. I would say for co-op third-person Far Cry.
Yeah, more so. I mean, but they did show you jumping out of a plane, and I guess you got a parachute.
Which is pretty awesome. I know.
Just Cause.
Well, it's probably nowhere near as ridiculous. Maybe it will, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, you do fight friction.
Fight the friction, yeah. Like I said, we'll see. We'll see more of Ghost Recon eventually, and it looks neat. And like I said, different direction. But yeah, we actually skipped a big thing that Ubisoft showed off. We skipped
Assassin's Creed Syndicate.
No, well they did show. Yeah, Syndicate was weird because they just showed a CG trailer.
No gameplay.
Yeah, they're like, oh, no gameplay.
You already know what Assassin's Creed is.
Yeah, you already know, but they're like, it was kind of funny. Like, if you want to see the gameplay, go play it. You know, like
yourself. Go play it yourself.
Play it yourself. You know.
And will it be behind closed doors demos or
no? It's public on the floor to play. You know, so people can go play it.
So is somebody just gonna record it from a handy cam like an IGN, just upload on YouTube and say, "Here's the first full Assassin's Creed Syndicate gameplay."
Yeah, that was
what
really
kind
weird.
Of reveal is that?
Yeah, that was really weird. I mean, they already showed gameplay at the main reveal, so I guess they didn't feel the need to like show more. I guess.
They should have just shown like a legit demo.
I guess, but I guess they want to see. I guess they want people to like go hands on and report about it online. Like, yes, this is awesome.
I hope it is.
It's either that or they're going to show gameplay at the Sony event, which I hope they don't, because I really don't want
if it fails.
Yeah, like, no, well, if it fails, but also I just don't want Sony to really devote time to Assassin's Creed. Like, we really don't need to see it, you know?
Maybe. I mean, dude, they're devoting time to Destiny. What do you think of Assassin's Creed that's any worse?
Yeah, but Destiny is a big deal, you know, whether or not we think it is, but it is a big deal, and Sony wants to show at their event.
Yeah, they're going to. That new expansion, probably.
They're going to.
Yeah, they're going to. Which it's a waste of time, but it's fine.
But yeah, it was really weird. But yeah, it was just weird. So we'll see if they show it at the Sony event. But if not, it is on the floor. We'll get some impressions of that. But I thought it was really weird how they handled that. No on-stage demo.
What was the big thing with this? I don't remember.
Oh, wait. Well, let me put a pin in that. I forgot about one thing, too. Dude, did you catch that shot during the Just Dance demonstration? The little shot the director said?
No.
He was so the game director came on talking about Just Dance 2016, and he was like, Just Dance 2016, like you don't need a camera, like you can just use your phone to operate it. And here's what he said. I laughed out loud when he said it. He said, yeah, Just Dance, you don't need a camera. You can just use your phone to operate the game or whatever. And they said, but if you have a camera, it still works like the old games. But we know most of you don't have a camera, so you can use your phone. I'm like, I thought that was so funny when he straight up said, we know most of you don't have a camera for your console. So
it takes shots at Microsoft and Harmonix.
It takes shots at Microsoft and Sony because they know most people, I guess, didn't buy the camera from Sony, and they know people don't even use their camera on the Microsoft system. Especially now since you can buy an Xbox without a camera. Yeah. So I thought that was just funny. I laughed at it when he was like, "Yeah, we know most of you don't have a camera." And
Microsoft's like, "Oh, we'll terminate your game from our console. You're no longer going to be on our console anymore." Well, that's Microsoft would lose money on that, but
so I don't know. I just found that funny. But yeah, no, the big thing we skipped was Ubisoft showed off a new IP today. A big one, For Honor.
Oh.
That was kind of neat because that's what they said when they introduced it. They were like, normally we save new IPs for the end, but we're really excited for this one. And they showed off this new IP, For Honor. It looked neat. I mean, it's a Viking versus Knights game or whatever, and it's 4-player co-op.
Oh, surprise!
I know. But 4 versus 4 squad based. You're like your armies kind of squads, and
it squad based.
Kind of squad based.
Vikings had squads.
Yeah, squads. Your Viking squad. But a squad in the fact that you have the 4 guys that are controlled by players, but you're still part of a bigger army. Like they showed that in the demo. Right. Like these 4 guys are playable, but then there's still a bigger army around you to kind of fill out the battle.
Yeah.
But look neat. It's something different. Because it's a new IP from Ubisoft, and and they said they're gonna be doing beta soon for it, and it's gonna be coming out sometime in 2016.
It certainly more looked interesting than Fable Legends.
Oh yeah, we got the little CG trailer and whatnot.
Fable Legends, dude, like Microsoft definitely doesn't care about Fable Legends, and they only showed that for like a minute.
Yeah,
Fable Legends, dude, is just freaking ridiculous. Because that was funny. Like they show Fable Legends, and they're like, "Hey guys, so here's something more exciting: VR."
VR, yeah. Don't need Fable Legends. Fable Legends is turning into a legend.
Exactly. No, a forgotten legend.
Because
Fable Legends looks lame. I'm gonna be honest. It looks lame. But
I mean, it sounds cool on paper. Have 4 players do their thing, and then one guy's like the dungeon master from Dungeons and Dragons with his iPad or whatever, making things happen.
Yeah,
it sounds cool on paper, but every time you see it in action, you're just kind of like, this doesn't look that interesting.
Yeah, it looks boring as hell. Just saying. But back to that game.
Back to For Honor, which I'll thank God they didn't use the number 4, in the title. For Honor. Like a certain Ratchet Clank game. Didn't they go all 4-1? The 4 is a 4.
It's the 4th one.
Yeah, it's the 4th one. No. So yeah, for For Honor, they use the regular word for. But looks like I said, it's something original for the most part, and it looks brutal too, like the combat and stuff.
Brutal.
Slice people up.
Oh come on, it can't be as brutal as like Doom.
Yeah, Doom is pretty ridiculous. You can like kill somebody with his own foot.
Wait, in Doom you mean?
Yeah, in Doom you can like rip that guy's leg and like bust his head in with his own foot.
Yeah, like rip people in half and
that's what I mean. But no, with For Honor you just like slice people up and then it looks like kind of like what Siege is doing, where it's like you kill once, you don't respawn in that round or whatever.
I would say Gears of War is like the least violent now. Isn't that ironic? Or like before it was like the most violent game ever, and now it's like the least violent game.
Yeah, by most standards, like it's not that violent, compared to these other games nowadays.
But I love that in Gears of War they brought back that horror element of Gears a little bit.
Yeah, that's
awesome, right?
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, like I said that with the Bethesda thing. Like I love horror, horror games and kind of the horror vibe or whatever.
And like even though you didn't get that with Doom, and maybe that might happen, but in the gameplay demo we certainly really didn't get that aspect. But it was nice to see like the Coalition, dude, the Coalition gets what Gears is. Like from what I saw in that gameplay demo, like because Judgment to me was a failure. It wasn't that great of a game. So it was nice to see them like actually get what Gears of War is, and especially it's like harkening back to even the original Gears of War, because I like Gears 1 a lot, and even though they didn't dedicate any time to the remaster, unfortunately, but at least we saw a lengthy gameplay demo of 4, and it just looked awesome. I mean,
yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna need to go over to somebody's house and like play the whole campaign real quick. It looks freaking good. I can't wait. I definitely got confidence in the coalition, and they'll deliver.
I hope though when that game comes out, it's not actually called Gears 4.
I think it's called Gears 4. I don't think it's called Gears of War 4.
But right after the logo came up, the guy said Gears of War 4 coming next year. You know,
the logo was Gears though, but maybe it's just like an abbreviation. I don't know.
I hope when it comes out, it's actually called Gears of War 4, because Gears 4 just sounds lame. It's like if they called the new Call of Duty COD Black Ops 3. You know.
You mean
like
Ops?
They just call they call it COD Ops 3. You know, if they just called it that.
That's literally half-assing the title.
Yeah, exactly. So that's the same thing with Gears. If they just call it Gears 4.
But I don't know. So many people recall it as Gears. Like, I say Gears all the time. I don't say Gears of War, you know?
Yeah, I know, but, like, do you refer to Call of Duty as COD?
Not too many times, but sometimes, if I'm speaking, like, in a really short... I mean, that's like if you had God of War just called God 4.
It's like...
God 4.
Yeah, same thing with Gears here. Like, it does kind of lame, like, just to call it Gears 4. It's the same thing, like, if they just called the next Call of Duty COD. You know, it's like, that's... I don't know. It's just, like I said, it's lazy. It's just going like,
It's half-assed.
Yeah, half-assed. Yeah, it's like I want my games full ass.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I mean, unfortunately, Watch Dogs. I don't know if I fully predicted Watch Dogs 2, but I kind of like maybe said off there that maybe that Watch Dogs 2 might have an appearance at Ubisoft. That did not happen, unfortunately.
Yeah, or if Ubisoft would call Assassin's Creed, they just straight up call it AC Syndicate. Like on the box, it says AC Syndicate. I know everyone, like, even them when they're on stage talking about it, they say AC or AC whatever,
they do.
AC Syndicate. And, like, yeah, like, when you played AC Brotherhood, it said AC Brotherhood on, like, your thing, like, what you're playing.
Yeah.
But it's not on the box. The box says Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, or the new one's going to say Assassin's Creed Syndicate. You know, it's not actually called AC Syndicate, you know, technically on the box. So it's kind of what I'm seeing with Gears 4. Maybe it'll be like that, where they just refer to it as Gears 4, but, like, you know, when it comes out, it'll be Gears of War 4 on the box or whatever.
For marketing reasons.
Yeah. I guess kind of same thing's happening with Star Wars. Like, it's just called Star Wars The Force Unleashed, but, like, when you actually... not The Force Unleashed, Force Awakens. You know, it's called that in marketing and whatnot, but when you actually see it in theaters, it's going to say Star Wars Episode 7, The Force Awakens, like, on the title card or whatever.
When we talk about it, we call it Episode 7.
Yeah.
So it's just one of those things... Force Awakens.
Yeah, it's gonna say that on the titles card, the screen when it does the opening credits. It's gonna say that, but for marketing, it's just Star Wars: The Force Awakens. Because I mean, it's just smaller. Like it's not a whole lot to print, you know, on a advertisement or something. So we'll just see.
Great saving
that thing. They charge by the letter, advertisers.
I know.
So we'll see, but yeah, I think Ubisoft did have a really strong showing outside of Just Dance. You know, I thought that was kind of but the rest I thought was really strong. And they presented you know, some new stuff with For Honor, and you know, then the surprise was, you know, they're doing a South Park sequel, and I think everything was kind of presented with, you know, the right amount of time. I thought the Assassin's Creed thing was a little weird because there's no on-stage gameplay, but it's whatever. I mean, you know what to expect with
Assassin's Creed at this point.
Assassin's Creed, yeah. And then the other big surprise with, you know, Ghost Recon and its new direction. So overall, I think Ubisoft had a really good show. You know, like I said, EA's was just kind of okay because of the slug in the middle. I think Ubisoft had a really good show. And like I said, Sony starts in like 45 minutes. We're recording this episode right before the Sony one starts.
So in that, it's time.
Yeah, it's time. You know, getting ready for that Sony event. So yeah, but with that, yeah, we've gone over the EA one, we've gone over the Ubisoft. We've gone over the Microsoft one a good bit, more than I thought we were going to.
Well, it had to be mentioned.
It had to be mentioned.
They were better than both of those.
Yeah, that's a strong show. Really emphasizing what's this year, you know, rather than everyone else. It was kind of like 2016, you know.
2017.
2017.
2020.
Yeah. 2020.
Ghost Recon 2020.
Coming 2020. Coming to that PS5.
I want to fight the friction on my PS4.
Yeah.
I can fight the friction.
Yeah. But like I said, with that, we've covered the bases. I think for those press conferences. Our next episode will obviously be the Sony one. We'll probably go into great lengths over the Sony one.
Yes, it'll probably be a dedicated episode.
Oh yeah, like that's gonna be dubbed. We're gonna dub that our 21st episode probably, because it's so PlayStation related and whatnot. But yeah, like I said, with that, this has been the PSBS going over the EA, Ubisoft, and a little bit of the Microsoft conference. Kind of our impressions of those things. So yeah, with that, like I said, this has been the PSBS. Like I said, keep it locked. We're going to have another episode soon for the Sony event. Going over other E3 related stuff. Whatever comes up between now and then. Next episode and all that. So yeah, hopefully with that you'll tune in soon and see the next episode. So yeah, thanks for listening. For this has been the PSBS, the PlayStation Possession Podcast E3 special, and